these are all the books I ordered. Next thing you know, I'm buying more books, but anyways. And then we have our final book, which is We Love a Creative Baddie and a Tech Billionaire, apparently. Last year, when I was going through my contemporary romance phase, that's not true. That's actually not true at all. When a moment of weakness leads to two pink lines, oh my goodness. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Alex, and in today's video I'm gonna be walking you guys through some of the latest books I bought. So I've never done a book haul before, but I went to my local bookstore and I just saw that a lot of the summer romance books that were newly released or like older, really popular books, they were all on sale. So I thought, what better time than right now to spend more money on books. So I ended up buying 6 books, which you guys can see here behind me. And today I just want to walk you guys through them, show you the books, and also read the back with you guys so we can get an idea of what these books are about. And yeah, that's literally about it. I just happen to buy a lot of summer romances right now, but I want to do this video more in the future as well. So maybe when it comes to fall or Halloween time, then we can purchase some more like dark romance, spooky, gothic romance books and open them together and talk about them together, because what is more exciting than talking about books together? So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today. But before we get into it, I am wearing a hat today. It's because I didn't want to wash my hair. I came back from a trip to Madrid this weekend. I was literally on a flight yesterday and I got in and I was so tired. I went straight to bed, and then this morning I was like, my hair is disgusting. I need to wash it, but I just want to film this video because I bought these books before I went to Spain. I just didn't have the time to film this video, but I was really excited to talk about them and start reading them. So that's why I'm wearing a hat today inside. Please don't judge me, okay? And I'm drinking electrolyte water because it's 30 degrees in London. It's very hot and I don't want to die of sweat. Also, I have a fan here, but I can't turn it on because then you'll be hearing it in the background. The struggles of a content creator. If you've been watching any of my videos before, or if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe because I'm still trying to grow my channel and figure out what works, what doesn't work, what I like to talk about, what I don't like to talk about. If you guys want to let me know any other videos you want to see in the future in the comments, then please do so. And yeah, let's get into it. So these are all the books I ordered. There's 6 of them in total. Okay, so I'm gonna be picking them in no particular order, but let's start with the first one. This is Chasing the Fire. It's by an author called Paisley Hope. This seems to be a bit of a summer romance. There's cowboy boots on the cover, if that doesn't give it away. But, oh wait. It's not cowboy, it's firefighter romance, okay? It literally says firefighter on here. I don't know how I missed that. But this is a firefighter romance, not a cowboy romance. And I've never read anything by this author before. So this is my first Paisley Hope romance book. And I think when I was buying these books, I was like, I want to buy things that I know I like by authors that I read all the time, that I've read most of their books. And then I was like, but what if I go outside of my comfort zone and I buy something I wouldn't normally buy? So this is a firefighter romance, and let's read the back. So it says, if you're a fan of Elsie Silver, you'll love this. And that's honestly, I don't need to hear anything else because I've read probably every single book that Elsie Silver has written, I think. So the back says, the owner of a popular boutique, Olivia Sutton, is the darling of Laurel Creek. While Olivia may be as sweet as the baked treats she loves to create, beneath her good girl exterior, she harbors a secret desire, a man who can take control. Enter Asher Reed, the town's fire chief. Asher keeps everything in his life controlled except when it comes to Olivia, the copper-haired beauty who has captured his attention in ways he can't ignore. When a moment of weakness leads to 2 pink lines, oh my goodness, Olivia and Asher agree to spend more time together, determined to be friends. But Olivia soon realizes that the smoldering firefighter might be the key to the future she's always dreamed of. So this is supposed to be like a spicy romance, and I didn't realize that this is a pregnancy trope as well, accidental pregnancy trope. So if that's something you're into, then maybe do pick this up. But if it's not something you're into, then maybe this book is not for you. But I am honestly very excited. Okay, it says it has also a lot of trigger warnings on the front, so maybe do read those as well. As far as I can see, this is also dual POV, so we follow both Olivia and Asher's POVs in this book. But I'm very excited. I'm probably gonna start reading this today, actually, because I finished my books that I read on holiday in Spain, and I didn't take any of physical books with me. I just had my Kindle. Yeah, I'm very excited to be reading this, and hopefully, if I do like it, then I'll be ordering some more from this author. Okay, so book number 2 is Love Song by L. Kennedy. Now, I actually have never read any L. Kennedy books. That's not true. That's actually not true at all. I have read an L. Kennedy book, and that's The Score and The Mistake from the Off-Campus series. I meant I'm a new L. Kennedy reader, okay? I think that's what I meant to say. I only read The Mistake and The Score after Off-Campus came out, and I watched season 1. Before that, I think I had some of her books on my TBR, I just never got to them. And then I saw that she released this book this year. I really liked the cover of this book. I thought it was really cute. And also, this is a really big book. This is 516 pages, which to me is quite thick for a contemporary romance. Let's read the back and see what it's about. So it says, welcome to Lake Tahoe, where one unforgettable summer changes everything. I don't need to know anything more, okay? Summer romance, my favorite things. Put them together and I'll be purchasing this. So it says, after a brutal breakup, Blake Logan escapes to her family's lake house in Tahoe. Determined to hide, her plan is simple: no men, no drama, until Wyatt Graham shows up. Far too good at getting under her skin. Wyatt is the living embodiment of a bad idea and the guy who shattered her pride when she confessed her crush at 16. With his music career stalled, Wyatt has come to Tahoe for inspiration. The last thing he expects is to find it with Blake. He spent years keeping his distance, convinced he is all wrong for her, but she's no longer the innocent girl he once knew. She's confident, captivating, and impossible to ignore. One reckless kiss turns into another, and soon they're tangled in something that feels dangerously like more. Just as they finally give in to the pull, tragedy tears them apart, leaving their hearts in pieces. But forgetting that one nearly perfect summer, not a chance. And when fate brings them together again, Blake and Wyatt must decide if this is a second chance or the final verse. So this is a summer romance, seems to be childhood friends to lovers, maybe, and then also like second chance, because it does imply that they have a breakup and something happens. I like The Mistake and The Score, but I think they were like written such a long time ago, and I didn't like fully resonate with everything. I didn't really love all of the tropes as well, like the sort of like player virgin stereotype. I didn't really love that. I'm really excited to see what this book is like and what L. Kennedy's writing style is like now. So I'll be reading this. If you guys are excited, then I'm probably gonna read this one in a reading vlog as well. Don't forget to subscribe if you wanna hear my thoughts and watch me read a lot of books, because what else is life about if not reading a ton of books? I'm balancing my drink next to the camera, so I really hope nothing falls and creates a tragedy, because I do have a white rug on the floor. Let's get into the next read. So the next book I have here is Summer in the City by Alex Astor. If you guys have been subscribed to my channel or seen any of my previous videos, you know that my first Alex Astor book was Starside. I read that in a reading vlog a month ago and I really liked it. But I didn't realize she also has a summer romance, a contemporary romance, and I think this was written in, okay, so this is actually not a new release. This is like a 2025 book, was released in 2025 in the US and in the UK, but I don't know why I didn't see it before. I thought it looked really cool. I love the cover. It obviously has summer in the title, and like look how pretty this edition is. And then this is the back. So it's got like a map as well, which is really cute. So the back of the book says, Elle has the chance of a lifetime to write a movie set in New York City. The only problem, her recent writer's block. When Elle returns to New York City, she finds her new neighbor to be none other than handsome tech billionaire Parker Warren, the same guy she had a disastrous hookup with 2 years ago. When seeing him again leads to a night of hate-fueled writing, Elle realizes he might just be her twisted muse. Parker needs a fake relationship to help secure a business deal, and Elle needs to test date spots for her screenplay. So they make a deal. Summers always end, and so will this agreement. It's all pretend until it isn't. Okay, so this is a billionaire romance. I had no idea when I picked it up. I think I read the back, but like I totally forgot. Like I said, I've been in Spain living my best life for the past like 5 days. So I bought these books and then I just went on holiday and forgot about them. So we've got a billionaire romance living in New York City and a screenwriter FMC, which is perfect. We love a creative baddie. We love a creative baddie and a tech billionaire, apparently. And also I love this pink cover because I don't think I've ever shown you guys my bookshelves, which are very small, but I have a pink bookshelf and I'm working on including as many pink books on it as possible because that's my favorite one. So I'm really working through buying more pink books, and I think this is great. Also, this is only how many pages? This is only 300 pages, literally 301 pages. And oh my god, and look how cute are these like hearts. How cute is that? Okay, so this is gonna be a very short read. I think at this rate, I probably can finish this in like 2-3 days. I look forward to reading this one. Actually, I think I'm gonna add another book to this haul, even though I didn't buy it, but I wanna talk about it. So 1 second. Okay, so we've added another book to the pile. I don't know if this is allowed, but I just saw it on my shelf and I remember that one of my best friends gifted me this book for my birthday, but I plan to read it, and I think it's also summer romance, so it fits perfectly with this book. So next we're going to be talking about Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Mellors. I hope I'm saying that right. This book has been really popular. I've been seeing it in like every single bookshop, and I think it's a 2026 release. Oh no, it's actually not. It's a 2022 release. The back says, New York is slipping from Cleo's grasp. Sure, she's at a different party every other night, but she barely knows anyone. Then she meets Frank, 20 years older. Frank's life is full of all the success and excess that Chloe lacks. He offers her the chance to be happy and the opportunity to apply for a green card. She offers him a life imbued with beauty and art, and hopefully a reason to cut back on his drinking. They're everything each other's needs right now. Cleo and Frank run headfirst into a romance that neither of them can quite keep up with, that reshapes their lives and the lives of those around them, whether that's Cleo's best friend struggling to embrace his gender identity in the wake of her marriage, or Frank's financially dependent sister arranging sugar daddy dates after being cut off. Cleopatra and Frankenstein is an astounding and painfully relatable debut novel about the spontaneous decisions that shape our entire lives and those imperfect relationships born of unexpectedly perfect evenings. Oh my god, you guys, that is so cute. Okay, so the FMC is called Cleo and then our MMC is called Frank. The title makes so much sense, and that's really cute. And this is a debut novel, so that's very exciting because I also want to read more debut novels. I want to try more authors that are not as popular or not as famous, but clearly this book is very popular. In this book we have a summer romance, and we also have an age gap relationship. I don't know how I feel about age gaps. I feel like I've not read enough to have a very strong feeling, and I think for me it's also like the execution of it is really important. I read Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood and I loved it, even though they had an age gap, but I think I could probably read anything Ali Hazelwood writes and I would love it regardless. So yeah, I look forward to reading this one and letting you guys know what I think, because yeah, it's been long overdue. Cool, we've got still 3 books to go through and I'm staying hydrated. It's getting a bit hot, so we might have to speed up through this process. Okay, but the next book we have is none other than Miss Elsie Silver. Okay, we've got Fever Dream. This is, I know, a 2026 release. I know everyone and their dogs has been reading this book, and I don't know, I've just been putting it off because I think I had an Elsie Silver phase and I read so many of her books back to back, and then they all started like blending into each other, and I was like, I think I need to take a break from Elsie Silver, even though I've loved every single one of her books, because they all started to feel a bit too familiar and I felt like I wasn't appreciating how good they were. So I haven't read any Elsie Silver in probably like a year, which is a very long break. I don't think it wasn't planned on my part, okay? But it's got quite a unique concept that, again, I feel like I wasn't like that sold into it, I decided to give in and buy it because everyone's reading it. So I might as well just jump on a train. I can only resist so much, okay? Let's read the back together. So it says, professional bull rider Emmett Bush is not looking for love. He's looking for a paycheck to save his family's farm from bankruptcy. So when he agrees to be the leading man on a hot new reality dating show, Romance Ranch, he's already decided it's all one big performance until Julia Silva walks onto his property. Smart, snarky, beautiful, and off limits in more ways than one. As the location consultant on set and the little sister of his most bitter professional rival, Theo, she's the last woman who should pick his interest. Julia has been warned about Emmett. She knows better than to fall for his cocky swagger, broad shoulders, and smoldering good looks. But when mutual distaste grows into an unexpected connection and then something more, they find themselves searching for excuses to spend time together out of the camera's reach. Emmett signed up to play the role of an eligible bachelor searching for the one. His family's land and legacy depend on him completing the show. The problem is he's fallen in love, just not with a contestant. Okay, so we've got a bit of a cameo because our FMC is a sister of Theo, and I think he is MMC in one of the other Elsie Silver books. I can't remember the title. Okay, I'll put it here. He's the MMC in this book, and then his sister is the FMC in this book. I think the reason why it didn't sell me was because of the reality dating show aspect of it. I don't really watch reality TV or reality dating shows. So it's not something that like would immediately get my attention, but I guess this is like a cowboy dating reality show. I mean, Romance Ranch sounds hilarious. So yeah, I feel like once I get into it, I'm gonna love it. I probably would love every single book that Elsie writes. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I'll probably read this alongside Elle Kennedy, the Elle Kennedy book, in a reading vlog. So again, don't forget to subscribe if you want to hear my thoughts on the book, or if you don't want to read the book and you just want to hear me talk about my thoughts on the book. Okay, so 2 books to go. Next one is The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. I've actually read this book before. Last year when I was going through my contemporary romance phase. I think I'm accepting I have one of these phases every year. So last summer, I was buying a lot of contemporary romance books. I was buying them all digitally because I was like, I don't have space for books, and next thing you know, I'm buying more books. But anyways, I read a few of Christina Lauren's books. So I read this. I didn't have a physical copy of it, but I did know that I enjoyed it so much. I saw it on sale and I decided to buy it. So look at this beautiful cover. I have another Christina Lauren book up there, and I think the covers are very, very similar. So this is it. On the back of the book, it says, Anna Green has a plan. Marry Liam Weston at the start of college to get the family discount on campus housing, and then sign the divorce papers as the graduation bells chime. Everyone's happy and they can both go on their merry ways. Anna to live as a starving artist and Wes to teach at Stanford. A seemingly straightforward plan until Wes presents Anna with a catch, a big catch. Wes is one of the 4 heirs to the Weston Foods conglomerate, and although he wants little to do with his family's heartless institution, he does want the $100 million he's set to inherit. However, he won't see a penny until he's married. 5 years post-grad, Anna must escort Wes to his sister's lavish wedding, present herself as his devoted wife, and be convincing enough that Wes gets his inheritance. The only problem, Anna is feisty, foul-mouthed, messy, and the complete opposite of what the Weston family had anticipated for their son. Will they be able to convince everyone of their heartfelt marriage, or will it all come crumbling down? So I remember exactly what this book is about, and what I loved most about it, even though I'm probably gonna reread it because that's why I bought the physical copy, is that our FMC Anna is like hilarious. Okay, she's so relatable and so funny. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys a bit about this book. So Anna and Liam, they basically get married for student counseling, and they live together for 2 years, but they don't see each other at all, almost at all. And then they both graduate, they go their separate ways, and Anna is under the impression that she signed some divorce papers and they got divorced. But 3 years later, Liam shows up at her house. She had just been fired the day before, so she's at home. I think she's having some like weed gummies or something, but like she's a bit high, and Liam shows at her door and basically tells her that they never signed divorce papers, so they've been married for the past 5 years. And Anna doesn't even know that his name is Liam because he goes by West, which is part of his last name. So she is really, really high, and she thinks this man's name is Weston. And it's honestly such a funny scene, like so funny. She's so relatable. She continues with her humor throughout like the entire book. Like it's hilarious. I get wrapped up in it. I love the romance. I think it's really sweet. And I've loved all of the Christina Lauren's books I've read so far. I think she does a fantastic job. I'm gonna be rereading this. That's why I bought it, because I knew I was gonna like it, and I want a copy that I can reread every summer until I go crazy, because that's what I do. And then we have our final book, which is In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams. This is part of a series. I think this is book 3. I think the series is here, and the first book in the series I think is Beg, Borrow or Steal, which is really popular. I think I read it last year, but I can't really remember what happens. This book is about Madison Walker has determined to make it in the culinary world of New York, but with her confidence shattered and desperate for a fresh start, she heads home to Rome, Kentucky, where an unexpected opportunity awaits her, the head chef position at a new farm-to-table restaurant. The only catch, the job offer comes from the owner of Huxley Farm, her brother's best friend, and the last person she wants to work for. James Huxley has always done what's expected of him, until now when Madison's happiness is on the line. While she's never seen him as more than an annoyance, he's loved her quietly for years, and now that she's back, he's determined to finally act. The only problem, his charming, wildly successful younger brother Tommy seems determined to win her over first. Tasked with setting up the restaurant in record time and feeling pressure from seemingly the entire town, Madison and James must face their biggest insecurities and decide if love is worth the risk or if some dreams are safer left untouched. So this is basically a small town romance, childhood friends, two lovers, and then we also have a very small element of a love triangle between James, Tommy, and our FMC Madison. But if you're put off by love triangles, still give this book a chance, because the love triangle is really, really tiny. It's not a real love triangle, okay? That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't tend to love triangles unless they're done really, really well, and most of the time they're not. So I looked into this book, and I can tell you safely that this is a love triangle that you'll be happy with. I read the first book in the series. Like I said, I don't remember much, but I remember that it was like an enjoyable read, and I saw this on sale and I thought I'll give this a go. I think this book was released in 2025, so this is probably maybe the latest one in the series, but these are interconnected standalones and they follow the sisters of this group. So everyone is one big happy family, and each of these books follows one of the sisters and their love stories. I'm very excited about this one. I would say this is a summer romance as well. But yeah, I think that is everything. These are all the books that I purchased and that I'll be reading very, very soon. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found some reading inspo or some summer romance inspo. I gave you some ideas of what your next read could be if you guys want to spend more time reading. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do let me know in the comments what you want to see next. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.